Hello, hi. We're going to go more with the tools. So this is a crop tool. You can bring it down, crop it from side with your left mouse button. You can crop it from the corners, and you can see that it gives you excess space. The canvas, which is called the canvas size. And once you know where you want to crop, say you want to make this into rule of the third, you want to feel it a little bit and say this becomes your rule of the third, and then you can crop it that way. So the crop tool is there, and I'm not going to go into perspective and slide. So let's go move into the eyedropper tool. The eyedropper tool selects the tone that is there. You can see this happening over here. So whatever tone you want to select. So eyedropper tool has that. You have 3D material tools and color sample tool, ruler tool. Ruler tools basically defines the measurement, and you can see on the side the measurement comes in. So wherever you add your tool, it's giving you the measurement from the top axis and the side axis. So you can see that you can also move your 0 point wherever you want to, right from this corner. You click hold your left mouse button, and then you can select right at the corner. So this is the 0 point. So when you have the measurement tool, you can click on that and measure whatever measurement you need. So it's telling you from 0 to 9, and then from here it will show it over here how many inches it is. So we'll just stick to eyedropper tool right now. Then you have the spot healing brush tool, which is basically it clears up your spot. So for example, I can zoom in and I can change the size. And it will get rid of the spots. So it takes in the closest parameters. So a healing brush tool is normally used for photograph people and faces. So remember that I is for eyedropper tool. You can select the color you want, and it will cure that. So that is the eyedropper tool, and healing brush works like that. spot, spot healing brush. Healing brush, so you can, it's like a clone tool. It fixes. You can see that depending on what you select with the alter option. So it kind of takes a broader area. So paintbrush, we'll be mostly working with paintbrush tool. So paintbrush tool is basically, it has kind of a 100% opacity, and then flow is 100%. You can decrease the flow. So you can see that there is hardly any flow. And if I increase to 100%, you can see the flow of the amount of flow from your brush that flows through. And it keeps decreasing. You click with your left mouse button. Yeah. You can merge a lot of things, but the moment you do it many times, it overlaps the amount of, say you have this, then you keep working on this. It keeps giving you thickness, layer after layer, but this layer doesn't change. So, like as I mentioned before, B is your brush tool. Shift B will oscillate between different types of brushes. So you've got the regular brush, then you have the pencil tool, then you have the mixer brush tool. Then you have color replacement tool, which I'm not going to get into right now. Mixer brush tool and brush tool are the main ones that we're going to deal with. So when you come to mixer brush tool, your parameters changes a lot. So you have like wet, and if you press Alt, you get the eyedropper tool. You can see how you're mixing it. So if I increase the wetness, it will merge more. Decreasing the load. Then it doesn't mix much, it stays separate. But if you mix it 100%, then it mixes with the other color. Now if you decrease the wet, it stays more like a solid color. You can see the difference, so how it's merging. So if you have load of 100%, that means it's taking the paint, the color or the tone in a thick way. So you have to play around with this to understand how you work with your brush. And then you have the clone tool. I do a right click and then select an area I want to clone, press Alt or Option, and I can clone this area. So with the space bar, you can also scroll up and down. You don't have to drag. You can either drag or scroll up and down. So you can see how the clone works. Clone also, you can change the size of the clone. Remember Alt or Option. And remember that when you're cloning, current layer, you can choose current and below. So it depends on the layers. So if I go to current layer, it will only select current layer. Because it's both, it doesn't make any sense. If you have other images that you want to clone, then you can choose between what layer you're doing. Normally, all layers works fine. Erase tool is like any other tool, it just erases. So basically what it's doing is erasing the whole image on top. If you'd like check, if you hide that, then erase will be going to the what do you call it? Transparent background, because images come with transparent background. They don't come with white background normally. So I can go in, for example, select an area, and then I can go to the gradient tool. It is actually selecting from here, so if you go to the basic, and then you want to change in the direction you want to go. So where you click from, it varies from there to there. Again, you have many choices over here. So you can go and select any type of gradient you want. So you can see that it changes depending on your choices over here. Now you don't want to bring in color, so in black and white. Then you have the smudge tool, which is actually smudges. Again, depending on the strength you add, it's not smudging anything. If you do 100%, you can see that how it smudges. Depending on amount of smudge you want. So the mixer brush tool, smudge tool, and in the smudge tool you also have burn tool, which comes from the old school. Blur tool is also there. Tends to blur between. You want to blur in the difference. Hope that helps. Thank you.